Hey there, I'm Sarah A. Chrisman, the author of The Tales of Chetzemoka, and today I'm going to show you how to make eggs on foam. This recipe originally appeared in one of my 19th century cookbooks. This is the same cookbook that has the recipe for meringued coffee that I did another video about, and both of those appear in the back of my book, Three Women a Wheel, because they're both they're both foods that appear in the story. The eggs on foam that I'm going to make today is the dish that Addie and Lizzie try to teach Ethel how to make. And Ethel being Ethel, it doesn't turn out so well in the story, but it's a really easy recipe. And if you like eggs sunny side up, you'll probably like this one. The 19th century recipe for this Victorian favorite goes: beat the whites of eggs stiff with a little salt, spread out on a flat earthen baking dish, make little hollows, and lay the yolks into them. Bake 3 minutes in a quick oven. You'll want your oven pretty hot for this one. About 400 degrees is a good temperature. If you don't happen to have an earthenware baking dish, and after all, no kitchen on earth can hold every cooking implement ever developed by man, then a cast iron frying pan works just fine, and it's easier to clean afterwards if you butter it. Now, this isn't as important for this recipe as if I were making a cake, but it seems like as good of a time as any to point out that the eggs we can get in most modern supermarkets, unless you're living in Amish country where it might be different, but most modern supermarkets sell gargantuan eggs by historic standards. So mostly if you are making a historic recipe, you will usually want to either reduce the number of eggs or try to get eggs from abandoned chicken if you can get it from a farmer. Otherwise, just reduce the number you're using because the ones most supermarkets sell are enormous. In Three Women a Wheel, awkward Ethel gets confused by how automatically Lizzie says that of course they'll need a towel to make eggs on foam. Like Addie tells Ethel in the story, a clean kitchen towel gives you somewhere to set the egg yolks while you're whipping up the whites. Keeping the yolks in their shells keeps them separate from each other, and the towel keeps them from tipping over, which they'll do if you set the shells directly on the counter. Check your eggs on foam after 3 minutes on high heat, about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. When the peaks of the whites are golden brown, they'll be ready, and delicious. Make sure you eat them hot out of the oven, though. Eaten hot, this is a dish fit for the angels. But if it gets tepid or cold, it'll only be fit for quite a different creature, so make sure you eat it straight out of the pan it was cooked in. Time for breakfast. Remember, you can find this recipe at the end of my book, Three Women a Wheel. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a nice thumbs up, and remember to tell your friends about my books. Happy reading!